Hello friends, once again welcome to class 12 business studies. So again we have taken the chapter number 7 directing, and in today's lecture I will teach you about the various principles which the manager has to follow through the process of directing. So these were the list of principles: this principle of unity of command, then appropriateness of direction, technique, managerial communication, comprehension, use of informal organization, leadership, effective control, and follow through. Let's discuss all these principles one by one. First of all, the first principle is maximum individual contribution. So this principle helps the manager to achieve the objectives of the organization as a whole. Directing requires the manager to deal with the people of very different backgrounds, various potentials, and understanding levels. All these complexities make effective directing a very challenging task. So we all know that management is an art, and directing as a managerial function becomes effective only with experience and expertise. Of course, there are certain principles which help manager to follow the process of directing. So these principles were enlisted here, and the first principle is maximum individual contribution. It's a very important principle. This principle emphasizes that manager must identify the hidden talent, the talent which his or her subordinates are having. He must adopt various techniques to give direction to his or her subordinates, so that it motivates each employee to realize the potential and contributes towards the achievement of organizational goals. The company cannot achieve its objectives if any of the employee fails to give any contribution. So it's the duty of the manager. He should motivate the other employees in such a manner that employees may realize that they have the potential, they have that level, that they have to work to the maximum of their potential, which helps ultimately the organizational objectives, which helps to achieve the organizational objectives in a efficient and effective manner. It also increases the productivity. So ultimately, maximum individual contribution is must for the organizational objectives. So the only manager can motivate. He should motivate the employees in such a manner that employees give their best, give their maximum output, give their maximum contribution towards the fulfillment of the objectives. Second principle is harmony of objectives. Manager through effective directing must provide cordial relations between the employees, between the individual, between their objectives, and between the organizational objectives. We all know that workers are working for the salary. They are working for the salary, they are working for the money, but the manager must convince employees that organizational objectives should be the priority, and second priority should be given for their own personal objectives. Only with the help of motivation, only by motivating employees towards the organizational objectives, managers can ensure them that only when you will achieve the organizational objectives, then only your personal objectives will be achieved by you. So all the activities must be designed to ensure that employees are able to achieve their objectives also, but first priority should be the organizational objectives, and they will achieve their objectives only when they achieve द ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. जब कंपनी का ऑब्जेक्टिव पूरा हो जाएगा, अल्टीमेटली वर्कर्स का जो अपना पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट है वो ऑटोमेटिकली ही पूरा हो जाएगा. When they help the organization to achieve the organizational goals, ultimately their personal objective is also achieved. वो भी उनका अचीव हो गया. जब वो 100% दे रहे हैं, पूरा काम कर रहे हैं और कंपनी को अच्छे रिजल्ट्स मिल रहे हैं, तो उनका अपना ऑब्जेक्टिव जो था कि हमें हाई सैलरी मिल जाए, हमें प्रमोशन मिल जाए, ऑटोमेटिकली वो उनकी झोली में आ ही जाएगी, वो उनको मिलेगी ही मिलेगी. The next principle is unity of command. We all know that the principle of unity of command says that there should be only one superior from whom the workers may receive the instructions. So directing will be effective only if organization follows this principle of unity of command. So all the workers in the organization, their there should be only one superior for them, from whom they receive the instructions, to whom they have to report back. More than one superior, it may lead to confusions, it may lead to conflicts, it may lead to disorder also. So organization should keep in mind that directing will be effective only if it follows the principle of unity of command. Next is appropriateness of direction technique. There are so many different techniques which a manager can adopt while dealing with the needs, capabilities and attitudes of employees. Sorry. Okay. So many techniques are there for the managers to deal with the needs, capabilities, attitude of employees which he is directing, or to whom he is going to give directions or instructions. So many capabilities, so many attitudes are there. So once the manager is aware of uh, all such needs, all such attitudes of the employees which the employees are having, he can use different techniques. He can use that technique to motivate or to direct such subordinates. So subordinates, their behavior may be of different types. एक जैसे बिहेवियर वाले सबॉर्डिनेट तो बहुत कम मिलते हैं. सो मैनी एम्प्लॉयज़ दे आर हैविंग डिफरेंट बिहेवियर. सो मैनेजर शुड नो विच टेक्निक ऑफ डायरेक्शन शुड बी provided for giving instructions. For example, some employees, they get motivated by receiving high responsibilities, higher status, but some may get motivation only with having high salary. किसी को status चाहिए लेकिन किसी को salary चाहिए, उनको status से कोई मतलब नहीं है. So the manager has to list out which type of the subordinate is having. सबॉर्डिनेट किस तरह का है, उसका बिहेवियर कैसा है, उसका एटीट्यूड किसका, उसका एप्टीट्यूड किस तरफ से है, हाउ ईजिली ही कैन मोटिवेटेड, वो किस तरह से मोटिवेट हो सकता है, उसको किस तरह से मोटिवेट किया जा सकता है. देयर वर सो मेनी इंस्ट्रक्शंस विच द मैनेजर कैन यूज़, बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैनेजर हैज़ टू नो देयर attitudes, has to know the attitudes of the employees so that he can use the appropriate technique for direction. Next is managerial communication. We all know that direction is basically what we are communicating, what we are giving instructions, what we are supervising. So it is effective only if the manager is able to give clear instructions और क्लियर गाइडेंस एज पर द सबॉर्डिनेट्स नीड. अगर सबॉर्डिनेट को इंस्ट्रक्शन समझ में ही नहीं आ रही है देन देयर इज़ नो फन ऑफ डायरेक्शन. सो इफेक्टिव मैनेजरियल कम्युनिकेशन एंड प्रॉपर फीडबैक फ्रॉम द सबॉर्डिनेट्स ensures that subordinates will perform the given task as directed by the manager. जब तक आपको मेरी समझ ही नहीं आएगी आप कैसे मुझे वापस रिवर्ट करोगे. So first of all, the instructions should be very very clear to all the workers working in the organization so that they can perform the task as per the directions. But if the directions are not clear, then it's not possible for the workers to perform the task as per the directions. So effective communication should be there. Next is use of informal organization. Every organization has an informal organization within the formal organization. We all know that organization is of two types. First is formal and the second is informal. So each organization is having informal organization type of structure within that formal organization. जैसे आप लोगों का फ्रेंड्स का ग्रुप अलग होता है, टीचर्स के साथ अलग ग्रुप होगा. सो यू आर वेरी फॉर्मल व्हेन यू आर इन द टीचर्स ग्रुप एंड यू आर वेरी इनफॉर्मल व्हेन यू आर ओनली विद द फ्रेंड्स. सो फॉर इफेक्टिव डायरेक्शन मैनेजर मस्ट यूज द इनफॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन to develop better relationship with the subordinates and to receive the correct and clear picture of the instructions given by him or her. He has to make that informal group with the employees. He has to use that informal organization. The cooperation from informal leaders makes the direction process very very effective. Next is leadership. We all know that direction process is effective only if the manager has the leadership qualities, if he has the ability to lead from the front and motivate the subordinates to work while taking care of all their personal needs as well as their organizational needs. So for an effective direction, the manager should possess all the positive leadership qualities. And last is follow through. The job of manager should not end with giving instructions only. It is also important that managers should continuously review, should continuously supervise the employees performance, review the employees performance, so that instructions are implemented as per directed. There should not be any obstacle, there should not be any hindrance while following such instructions. He should make note of all these things कि कहीं भी किसी भी एम्प्लॉय को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आ रही है इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करने में, सबको समझ में आ गई है इंस्ट्रक्शंस. एंड इन केस इफ देयर इज एनी प्रॉब्लम टू एनी एम्प्लॉय रिगार्डिंग द इंस्ट्रक्शंस, he should clarify the instruction, he should modify those instructions. The continuous follow up is very much important for the effective and efficiently working of the workers. अगर वो follow up नहीं रखेंगे, then there is no fun of direction. Then only he is passing instructions and orders as he got from the top management. So for effective direction, the manager should maintain, should follow, should have this follow up. He should have to maintain this follow-up instructions, follow-up action. He should have to take follow-up action so that the performance of the employees should be reviewed, so that employees may know that someone is watching them, someone is reviewing their performance, so that any sort of problem will be removed, will be solved by the manager. So students, I hope all these principles of direction are clear to you. Thank you so much.